Okay, welcome. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of my initiative to empower and educate others with regard to intimate partner stalking, domestic violence, and malicious prosecution, I am Clayton back for another entertaining episode. Although the topic is unfortunately somewhat of what it has been for years. The topic that has gotten me into civil rights for, I want to say, the sole reason of extricating myself from a situation that I cannot seem to get out of. And that is the stalking of my ex girlfriend, Francyna Evins, a young woman out of Staten Island who has an uncanny ability, like a roach, not to go away. People sometimes in life, again, like I have said many times in my podcast, people break up. Breaking up is a natural part of life. It happens, people. Sometimes two people get together and things are great, and then sugar turns to shit, people, and the relationship's over. But does that give one person the right, just because things didn't work out the way they wanted to continually go after the person who hurt them? And the simple answer to that, ladies and gentlemen, is no. No one has the right to stalk someone just because they're hurt and they feel this person hurt them in whatever capacity they may feel. But unfortunately, in life, we don't get what we want with regard to being left alone. Many times in life, we will face situations where we will be outmatched by people who are stronger than us, better looking than us, more intelligent than us, whatever it takes, that they have an edge on us that keeps us beneath, and keeps us at their mercy. I am at the mercy of a beautifully intelligent woman who seems to have an uncanny ability to attract people to her cause, and this is Francyna Evins. Before you is a lifetime restraining order against Francyna, ordering her to stay 1,000 feet away from not only myself, but my infant child, who Francyna Evins most certainly assaulted. I am 100% confident in saying that because she confessed it to me. That confession cost me 3 years in the life of my child and ultimately destroyed and decimated the relationship I had with the child's mother and the child, based on the actions that Francyna Evins has done for the last 3.5 to 4 years of my life. And this is a factual statement that I can make because I can prove it with text messages and information Francyna herself has created. People, the question that I put before you: how many times does someone have to beat the same allegations before they are given the respect of being cleared of being accused of something? Men in domestic violence go through this all the time, people. Men are accused of beating women, raping women, and the society will tear us apart. They will break apart our businesses, they'll break apart our lives, they'll destroy our reputation, and we fight. We fight so hard to clear these allegations. But then once we clear allegations, people, the same people who came after us and tried to stop us from doing what we needed to do, people, to I want to say free ourselves from situations, those same people get quiet. They have nothing to say, people. They have nothing to do that can help you stop or change the damage that they've done to your life. Nothing seems to be working, people. Nothing works. These people do nothing for you. So you will spend years of your life trying to repair damage done to your relationship for something you never did, simply because other people were too stupid, too obsessed, too unintelligent to truly research the facts of the situation and instead attacked you for something you never did. People, this has been my life for the last 4 years. I broke up with Francyna Evins 4 years ago on December 27th of the year 2021. People, this was a 30-something year old woman living in her mother's house, sleeping in a room in her mother's house. She had absolutely no control over her life. Her mother was invested in her life and completely jealous at the fact that this woman had someone who was taking her away from home regularly. This caused problems in her mother's life between me and her mother because I didn't want to be around her. Because of this, people, this woman's mother got on a mission to break us up, and she was quite successful. And I thank her for what she did, because if she had never had done, she would not have exposed her daughter to be the complete lying psychopath that she actually is. People, in the realization of what this woman's family was, I decided to end this relationship. And people, I don't need to say this to toot my own horn. It's on tape. It's on a recording on my profile. Francyna Evins being dumped, crying and telling me, am I sad? Do I still love her? Do I want to be with her? It's her family stalking me. People, she admits to every word I'm saying because I was wise enough to tape her. But people, again, my offender is a beautiful woman. And clowns on men who are not very good with women, like former district leader, I want to say candidate Malcolm Penn, he needs to help a woman like this obtain the objective of revenge in order to get next to her for vagina. So what Malcolm Penn and several others decided to do is help Francyna Evins stalk me, despite the fact they know she is the defendant in a final restraining order. They know she's harassing me. They know she's lying because they've heard and seen documents, people, but no one seems to care. The only thing they care about is hopefully helping Francyna Evans obtain a level of revenge that they can possibly benefit from in her giving them some vagina. And people, this is the truth because this young man, he's not young. This guy, Malcolm Penn, has actually said this to me on the phone at one point. People, I am tired. I have this girl all infested into my life now. Unfortunately, I was exposed to be a former male companion to Cassie Cassandra Ventura 15 years ago. This is not something I neglected to expose personally, people. It's something that was thrust into my life because a bitter woman, Cassie Ventura, decided to use the adult activity of her former relationship to totally decimate her ex-boyfriend, who was Sean Combs. That is a fact, people. And as a man who participated in the prosecution of Sean Combs for over a year and a half, I can 100% verify that that prosecution was about Cassie's abuse, nothing else. Cassie was a bitter woman who realized that Sean Combs used her and decided to use the illegal activity the two of them did together, along with the domestic violence she knew he committed, in order to have this guy punished for things he had done in the past. People, this is what I'm going through with Francyna Evins. People, I dumped Francyna Evins, and now because she's hurt and she's angry, she needs to destroy me, people, because this order of protection exposes her and embarrasses her. So, people, I have to the allegation that she put against me was dismissed. People, she has taken the allegations from this first order of protection that I have won, and she has literally refiled it in 6 counties in 2 states over the last 4 years of our life. Now, people, like I have said, she is attaching herself to the Diddy
All right,
situation.
so not only did the same man that's suing Diddy and Cassie for 20 million, is actually trying to sue me for child support to get that. I have no kids. It was my greatest hope to start a family one day when I finally legalized this breakup. However, I was served in March for this order to demand like pay stubs, like my income, and it just says child support. So I'm looking at the motion, the application to the motion that he filed, and it says all this stuff like, you know how you check the boxes for your children, his child is autistic, nonverbal, he names the mother of his child in the motion, and that mother is not me. So you can see it for yourself. I can share this in this video, which I will most likely do, but I'm over it, and I'm
Now, people, this is a complete lie. I'm sorry, forgive me. This is a complete lie. One, I have not sued Francyna Evins for child support. People, I have no kids with that crazy bitch. Thank God, people. I want nothing to do with this lying heifer. But see, people, she's a pretty girl. So what she's gonna do is lie and tell you that the man suing Diddy is Cassie is suing her for child support. People, how can I sue a woman I have no children with for child support? Where the mother of the child is clearly established, that does not even make sense. This is how desperate this pathetic loser of a woman is for attention. And people, I'm so tired of her. People, I seriously wish that there was something I could do to totally extirpate this woman from my life. I don't know how to frick to get rid of this psychopathic woman. But people, I'm going to do one thing tonight. I'm going to expose why Francyna Evins and her mother are really being sued, because she's not being sued for child support. This is the lawsuit Francyna Evins was served with in March of this year. And it's not for child support, people. It's because Francyna Evins and her mother, Laura Owens, have been on a calculated, dedicated path of revenge, stalking me between the states of New York and New Jersey for the past 3 years. And this lawsuit documents that in the Richmond County file you see before you. As you can see, this is an actual lawsuit. Here's the docket number 1062/24 for anyone who wants to log on to the New York City Unified Court System and pull up this lawsuit so you can read why Francyna Evins is really being sued. People, you can also check the family court systems under our docket, which I will gladly state for anyone willing to listen. The docket for Francyna Evins and Clayton Howard is 299512 for anyone who would like to review it. As a matter of fact, people, I'm so real, I'm going to go look that docket up for you right now so you can check Francyna's file history and you can see yourself. There is no child support lawsuit against Francyna Evins. She's lying. But people, she wants you to just think that she's being stalked because that's what she needs. She needs to create the narrative that she's this beautiful woman that this big black man just has to stalk because he has to be a part of her life. The truth is, people, I want nothing to do with this woman. I've been trying to stay away from this woman and get this crazy heifer to go the fuck away, people, for years. I cannot. And now, the file number for Francyna Evins, for anyone who wants to see, is da 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 da. Let me give you that. I'm actually going to share the screen because I want people to see that file number. So let me add a screen. Guess we can go camera. We'll add another one. Hello, people. So we're going to share screen. We're going to go there. So for anyone who wants to see and can see that screen, let's swap them out. Come on, swap them out. There we go. Now we're going to make that big. Now, the file number to the domestic violence case between myself and Francyna Evins is right there. For everyone who can see it, it is 44327. You can check that docket number yourself, that file number in the family court system of the state of New York, and you can see for yourself that Francyna Evins has no child support case against her. She is lying. The lawsuit that she's actually talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is not that. It's this. This is the lawsuit she's talking about, and this is a valid lawsuit for defamation, slander, harassment, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Because the truth of the matter is that Francyna and her psychopath mother, who has birthed her and taught her how to use domestic violence to stalk men, have been stalking Clayton Howard for years. Let's read some of the factual allegations of that lawsuit, considering Francyna Evins wants to tell you all she's being sued for child support. People, that woman is not being sued for child support by Clayton, lying through her teeth. And unless she can show you a stamped file docket from the commissioner of family, from the commissioner, of families, I believe it's the commissioner of social services, of New York State, where I actively have a child support case, Francyna Evins is lying. She cannot provide you with a motion or a document that says I'm suing her for child support because I have never filed a child support case against her. She is lying. She's being sued for this, for stalking, for harassment, for intentional infliction of emotional distress because her psychopathic mother will not leave me alone. So we're going to read some of those factual allegations because we really need to get this out. People, the only way to stop this one, the only way to expose this situation so the madness behind it, where prosecutors support the lying narratives of women like this so they can build criminal convictions on men they find to be attractive targets, this is the problem in domestic violence. It's what was just done to Sean Combs, people. They used Cassie's story, the factual domestic violence of the situation, to support the criminal aspect of the situation they did. People, I openly confess that I cursed my ex-girlfriend out horribly because she's a psychopath, which you can clearly see, people. She's been stalking me for years. Because I cursed this woman out, these prosecutors tried to use my verbal cursing her out to say I was harassing her, despite the fact I had an order of protection against her. It didn't matter that she was stalking me, people. It didn't matter that it was valid evidence that she had been harassing and had assaulted my child. It documents to the family court, and none of that mattered, people. The only thing that mattered is that they had an attractive black male target and they had a presentable woman that they could lie to. So this is what the Staten Island District Attorney's Office did to me, and that's why they're being sued in federal court. But as I've said in my podcast, people, as a citizen, as a private citizen in a country like the United States of America, the criminal justice system is not the arm of the defense that you believe you have. The cops don't care about you. The only true way you have to get justice as a private citizen to protect your interest and your rights is the civil courts of your state or your federal court system. Nothing else will grant you that protection because the police and prosecutors work for themselves. They don't work for us as people. So I learned the civil court system and I took Francyna Evins to court and I sued the living shit out of her and her mother. Now, this lawsuit is a problem for them people because it establishes what I've been telling you for the last year and a half, that Francyna Evins and her mother, Laura Owens, have been on a calculated path to stalk me between the states of New York and New Jersey, refiling allegations that were already dismissed before the family court of Essex County, and I can 100% prove it. So people, now she's scared shit. And now she's on this campaign to try to lie on me and try to attack me using something that happened to me that's totally not my fault. People, I did not look for clout and go sue Diddy and Cassie. No, Cassie mentioned my name. Cassie talked about how well endowed my penis was. People, and I was mentioned in the trial of 40 times, people. This was not my choice. I did government to, hey, go blow up the fact I used to be paid to sleep with a supermodel R&B singer a decade ago. No, this is something they did because they wanted to maliciously prosecute a music mogul, and I had a connection to it. So they used me, people. They used the story that they used the things that happened to me. They used my story to build a woman's credibility to prosecute this man. But he had money and he was able to fight that off. People, I've been trying to fight it off for years, trying to get prosecutors to convict Francyna Evins for stalking and harassing me, for the lies I've been able to validly prove she has told the district attorneys of multiple jurisdictions. And this is what I'm reduced to, a civil lawsuit because the woman won't stop and the police won't acknowledge the valid restraining order that I want to show you again that is against her. People, this order of protection is valid. It's active right now. It's legally enforceable in all 51 states in the United States of America. And I'm
All right,
showing it,
so not
thousands of
only,
people, telling them that I'm suing her for child support. People, I have a harassment order against her. How is this not harassment? How am I wrong for suing this woman who is legitimately doing this? Like I said, listen. So it says, beginning in February of 2002, defendants Francyna Evins embarked on with the primary intent of ruining. Sometimes this thing is simple, forgive it. The plaintiff's reputation, disabling his personal relationships, and inflicting irreparable harm upon his livelihood. The defendants sought to accomplish this by making numerous false accusations throughout the states of New York and New Jersey over the course of a 3-year period. People, this is valid. This is what Francyna Evins and her mother have been doing to me. They go to Staten Island and they lie to Staten Island cops. Then they'll go to Newark or another part of New Jersey with the grandmother and they'll lie there too. And people, I have all of this on tape. I have body cam footage where Francyna will lie to a police station, let's say in Carteret, New Jersey. And then she's in Newark literally changing the story to try to get me arrested in Newark. People, this is called harassment when someone hops from Newark to report allegations that have already been dismissed before a court. So an order of protection is to protect you if someone who is named as the protected party comes after you. Person violates that restraining order. Hypothetically, let's say you have a party contact maximum distance restraining order against another person. And this person happens to be outside your house and you've seen them or your neighbor sees them. You going to the cops and reporting that to the cops is not harassment. People, it's you exercising the authority of the order to protect you because this person is supposed to stay away. People, if you're in a situation where you have an order of protection against someone and they're so angry about that that just because they didn't win a protection order, they keep taking the dismissed allegations to other jurisdictions to have you re-prosecuted. People, if you check New York and New Jersey case law, that's defined as second degree harassment, the use of vexatious and false reports to obtain someone into a criminal proceeding. It's harassment, people. On the civil terms, it's malicious prosecution. This is what Francyna Evins is doing to me. Audience, I don't know how to stop her, but as you can see, I've become quite skilled and intelligent in filing lawsuits. So this is what I've done. And because of this, now Francyna and her mother are afraid because they're being sued for $250,000. Now, yes, they don't have it. I do get that. But her mother does own a property on Staten Island, New York, valued at about $720,000. So what I've done is put a civil restraining order on that property, preventing her from selling it, and then I'm going to put a lien on it so some of the property is mine based off of what Francyna Evins has done to me for years. People, I didn't ask for Francyna to go in numerous precincts after I won reports against her and filed reports against me. She did this out of revenge. People, I'm not asking her to attach herself to the Diddy lying, telling people
Right.
child
So
support.
not
People,
only
let's play this again.
did
So
the same man that's suing Diddy and Cassie for 20 million, is actually trying to sue me for child support to get that. I have no kids. It was my greatest hope to start a family one day when I finally legalized this breakup. However,
now, people, I want to say something. I really hate the sound of this fucking girl's voice in her face. People, what's stopping her? People, is she's taking reports because she's and we allegations on me to continue against me. People, I'm traveling the world. I'm with other women. I'm dating other women. How am I stopping her from having a life? If she's I'm not stopping her. She's the one pursuing me. People, I have the order of protection. She's like, the only way she can get close to me, people, like I've said to my petitions and police reports on me. Because then court cases occur and she doesn't miss a court date. People, she had me maliciously prosecuted in Carteret, New Jersey for 2.5 years, and this girl never missed a court date. She spent more than the court tried to fine me when I got held in contempt and thousands of dollars in transportation costs just to have me maliciously prosecuted for something that had been dismissed in the superior courts of New Jersey, people. This is what I'm dealing with this psychopathic girl who cannot get it through her head. The relationship is over. People, she is dedicated to revenge. And everyone who supports her, from this Maritza Stewart, who's being sued for $250,000, to Malcolm Penn, who's being sued for a couple of $100,000, to True to Life, that is now involved in this lawsuit because Malcolm Penn works for them, to the family, to the, what is this, the Central Family Life Center, to the New York Center of Interpersonal Development. People, all of these organizations and people are suffering. Woman cannot leave her ex-boyfriend alone. I don't understand how everyone cannot see the truth of the situation going on with Francyna Evins. Let's look at this for what it really is. This is the order of protection, everyone. It's valid. She can't get around it. Forgive me. This is the lawsuit. As you go through this lawsuit, because I'm not going to sit here and read it page for page, it is what it is. You see, it has a date it was received, which was 11/15/2024. The lawsuit is valid. Was lying on her. This was not fabricated to stalk her and her mother. No, people. These are all factual allegations that can be supported with incident reports from people who were in the family courts in the precinct can verify that Laura Owens and Francyna Evins. People, nothing in this lawsuit has anything else. This in 2000 people. Because I can guarantee you, if Francyna that says I, Clayton Howard, am suing her for child support is fraudulent, and I need it because I know what I have filed in the Brooklyn Family Court, and I filed nothing against Francyna Evins. The only motion I have recently filed with regard to child support is to have my child support payments suspended because of the parental alienation the mother of my child has actually committed, which was granted, people. I filed nothing against Francyna Evins, but this lawsuit for stalking, harassment, and intentional infliction of emotional distress filed against herself and her mother, Laura Owens, for verified reported video, police reports, and numerous documentations and transcripts to verify this has happened. People, that's my right. Citizen of the United States, and as and this dumb chick people like people major mistakes when they took this mantle. Believe that I'm not capable. That's the mistake she's making. See? Let her lie. She can tell you all she wants. She's being sued for child support. But people, I know damn well no child support documents against her. What I did file is this civil complaint against her and her mother. And once they finally stop ducking the remaining service, because they still have to be served one more thing, and they're ducking it, they're doing the best they can to stay out of civil court so they are not held accountable for this. But people, it's only a matter of time. I'm going to catch up to them. And once I do, she's going to be taken to civil court and sued, her and her mother, for every injunction and I can get against them to stop them from harassing the hell out of me. This is not me, people. I'm not attaching Francyna Evins to this. I wasn't a part of the Diddy situation. So why is my bitter ex-girlfriend before the prosecution of the investigation of Sean Combs even started? People, me and Francyna Evins, the U.S. Attorney's Office wasn't investigating it started in 2020, me in December 2023. So how does Francyna Evins have anything to do with this? We were never happy, but now he wants to make TikTok videos so people can notice her by lying, telling people that the man suing Diddy and Cassie for 20 million is suing her for child. See, people, that's why she's being sued for defamation, because she's a pathological liar. She's not being sued for child support. She's being sued for stalking me. And anyone who wants to look up the docket again, let me go back and help my audience out and show you this docket number, you will know Francyna Evins is lying. This is the docket number 1062/24, 2024. You can look it up yourself in the New York City, the New York State Unified Court System. Richmond County is the jurisdiction of the court, and you will see yourself that Francyna Evins is not being sued for child support. She's sued for stalking and for defrauding and doing all of the horrible things she has done to her ex-boyfriend in the name of revenge for the last 3.5 years. Francyna Evins, some family members are watching because they're fucking pathetic. I challenge you to post a document that says that I'm suing you for family court. Post those documents you talk about in this video. Post these
All right,
documents. Hold
so
on, baby.
not only did the man has all this stuff, like, you know how you check the boxes for your children, his child is autistic, nonverbal, he names the mother of his child in the motion, and that mother is not me, so you can see it for yourself.
So now, people, I did not file a child support order on her. She is lying. She is factually lying, people. Factually, she was not sued for child support. This. So, people, we're going to deal with that, people. But no, jealous people will never swat. Jealous ones will always envy. And this is what this girl is. She's mad. She thinks I'm suddenly internet famous, people. I've written a successful book. She can't have that. She can't have this nigga who broke her heart being a successful author and moving past her in life. Absolutely not, people. So she has to double back around. She has to continue to accuse me of things I've already acquitted of, people, because she needs to continually defame and slander me. She needs to keep public hatred against me. Horrible person because I broke her heart and dumped up her. People, this girl is fucking pathetic. This girl is a joke, and she truly needs to be in prison. It is my mission to get this bitch arrested. Excuse my language, because it has to stop at some point, people. Black men, white men, Chinese men, nobody deserves to be harassed and stalked by this like this, and you are the recipient of the order of protection, people. This is insane. I have the order of protection against her, but I have to get a job simply because I'm an African American male, simply because I'm a male general, and they don't want to use these orders to protect men. No, men don't deserve protection. Men can't be victims, especially black men. This is why the U.S. Attorney's Office used me and kept me behind the scenes, because a black man can't be a victim. We can be a bank robber, we can be a pimp, we can be a drug dealer, but we can't be a victim. No one can victimize us, people, because if that's the case, then oh my God, you're going to take the main product of the criminal justice system right out of their hands if you start acknowledging that African American men, or minority men for that matter, or men in general, can be victims. This is wrong, people. I have that she has appealed and it's been denied, that she has made multiple attempts to have dismissed and have been denied, with judges citing on the record that she had the order of protection dismissed by harassing me. What am I doing wrong if I can prove she's harassing me and I seek civil action, people? I'm going to the cops. I'm suing the Richmond County DA's office because they framed me after I won this order of protection, people. They literally fabricated a complaint to arrest me because I won this order of protection against Francyna Evins on December 1st of the year 2020. People, how is that justice, people? I am the domestic violence victim by trial order. How is it that NYPD and the Richmond County DA's office, where this woman lives, where this woman's home base is, refuses to prosecute her, knowing she's violated this order over a dozen times? Just prosecute the order. Said, this person is telling the truth. This person is not. People, she appealed that evidence and said, wait a minute, this person's not. People, she filed separate order, two separate. A judge told her, Mr. Howard is telling the truth, and you are stalking litigation. And people, why am I still valid order naming this woman as a domestic violence defendant? What is going on? People, I'm just going to buy in their head who supports the narrative of this pathological liar. This broadcast is a special challenge to Francyna Evins and her family. People, she's claiming that I'm suing her for child support. To produce those documents, Francyna. Produce the document. Howard has filed child support charges against you, a child support complaint, a child support petition against you. Produce them, Francyna, because if you can't, you're going to jail. Because the simple fact of the matter is, I know I have never filed a document requesting any support from you, because thank God I wasn't stupid enough to take a condom off and have sex with you. Thank God, because you're a psychopath. So you go and you produce those documents. But people, I'm positive Francina is never going to post those documents, because the truth of the matter is that I've never filed a child support case against her. I am 100% positive that Francyna Evins cannot produce a petition or a motion that says I, Clayton Howard, has filed child support charges against her. That doesn't even make fucking sense, people. She's not the mother of my child. She has no relationship. She did not sign my child's birth certificate. So why would I be taking her to court for child support? People, that's fucking stupid. What I'm taking her to court for is because she's been stalking me with her psychopathic mother for the last. Anyone who wants to check what that docket actually is, there's the docket number before you, 2/2024. That is a valid lawsuit because Francyna Evins and her mother, Laura Owens, have been stalking me for years. And gentlemen, I just want to be left the hell alone. This is the God's honest truth, people. I just want an opportunity as a person who has already been through a lot to be left alone, people. I've developed a new desire to go to law school. I just want to do that. I want to pursue my life and I want to pursue the positive things I'm doing without my bitter, jealous, deceitful, hating ex girlfriend doing everything in her power to make sure I fail at anything I do because I broke her heart. People 4 years later think about it. What else is this about with Francyna Evins? Why is she attaching herself to the Diddy case? Think about it. And I'm going to play myself for a second. I'm being called nasty. I'm being called dirty dick. I'm saying people are saying that I just was in this disease infested orgy. Why would this woman want to connect herself to this? People, I don't even want to be connected to it because it's factually a lie, a lot of the stuff they're saying. But I damn sure wouldn't want to attach myself to something like this for no clout. This dumb, corny girl is attaching herself, making captions, people, making captions in her videos
Right. So
just to
not
get
only
people making captions in her video just to get attention. People, look at this. Breaking up with Diddy and Cassie's victim. Who the fuck does some corny shit like this, people? And this girl to you guys is a hero? People, she's a cornball. She never broke up with me. She was dumped. And just to save her sorry cornball local reputation, she's doing all this. People, how the hell don't this girl deserve to be in jail? How has the Staten Island District Attorney's Office done nothing about this woman? That is factually what people need to ask themselves. What type of law enforcement institution would allow a woman to do all of this because the victim is a black man? And that is why this organization will not arrest this woman. Mike McMahon in the Staten Island District Attorney's Office will not arrest Francyna Evans because her victim is a black man. And people, they can't acknowledge a black man as victim. Absolutely not. So what they're going to do is pretend like what this girl is doing, even though they have numerous open complaints against her. They will not enforce a valid, federally backed order of protection against a woman who can be proven to have stalked a man for 4 years. People, it got to make sense to be valid. We're going on 40 minutes, people. I'm going to try to wrap this up now. I don't want this to seem like a rant. I know I've shown a lot of documentation in 40 minutes, but the premise of what I've done, I think, is pretty clear, people. You clearly saw a video where this young woman told people on TikTok, a couple thousand people on TikTok, that she was being sued for child support. People, I ain't never filed no child support petition against this woman. I did file a state civil lawsuit requesting damages for malicious prosecution and fraud, which I've clearly shown you right here, and anyone can look up. I challenged that young woman to post those documents that she's claiming in this video exist. I challenged her to post those child support documents where I checked boxes because people, I have never applied for child support. I can't. I'm on child support. How am I applying for child support when I'm not the custodial parent and the mother has the parent and I'm paying child support? That makes absolutely no sense. But this thirsty woman, in her desperate need to try to defame me and slander me, she wants to lie and tell people that I'm suing her for child support. No, people. I'm suing her because she's a crazy bitch who don't know how to leave her ex-boyfriend alone. Here's the lawsuit. Look it up. Read it yourself. If you want to DM me for a copy, I ain't got no copy posted. I have no problem publicly posting a copy of this lawsuit so people can read exactly what it's about. People, Francyna Evins is lying. She's not being sued for child support. She's being sued because she's a crazy bitch who can't leave her ex-boyfriend alone. Probably for the same reason Cassie paid me for 11 beers. People, I got the good, whatever it is, not to toot my own horn. But clearly this woman can't leave me the hell alone. I have to find a way to get this woman to leave me alone that doesn't involve me dying because it clearly seems like that's what she wants. She wants me dead, people. She's that hurt. She's that heartbroken, people, that I need to suffer for the rest of my life until she obtains the personal satisfaction she needs to move on with her life. People, fuck that. If I have to fight this woman and destroy her to get her to leave me alone, people, I'm willing to do it. I'll sue her in civil court for valid things I can prove, yes. I have an active restraining order against her if she violates that restraining order, people, as a victim, as the protected party of that order of protection, people, I'm going to the cops like I've been doing it. If you guys want to say that's harassing her, fine. But people, I know if I went to that order, that woman goes to the cop, is a woman harassing him, or is she exercising the order? See, don't be biased. Fake Me Too supporters that don't want to acknowledge that Me Too is about equality. It's not about the rights of women. Anyone can be a victim. Anyone can be victimized by someone else who puts themselves in a more powerful position. And the victimhood is more than a physicality. It can be mental, it can be socially oppressive people, it can be legally oppressive. And I am a victim of a legally oppressive woman who has weaponized law enforcement to come after me for years. I deserve the peace that a domestic violence restraining order is meant to grant me, which is the right to be left alone. To be defamed, I don't deserve to be harassed. I don't deserve to be re-prosecuted for things that were dismissed in the original order because my ex-girlfriend is so bitter and jealous and needs to see me, and the only way she can do that is to keep filing reports. No, people, that's wrong. This woman has cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last couple of years. And yes, people, I am suing her because I want that shit back. I don't give a damn if I break her mother to the point where her mother's house has becomes mine. People, I don't care. They should have thought about that before they started stalking me through multiple states and lying on me. They should have thought about that before they attacked my relationship with my child, before they posted and altered documents to make me look like a schizophrenic and lie to me before court. See, Francyna should have thought about all of that, but she didn't because she's a selfish, weak, broken-hearted child being supported by unethical adults who will not hold this child accountable for the things she's doing. But people, I'm fucking gonna hold her accountable. And if law enforcement doesn't want to do it, the civil courts will do it, and I'll break her pocket and I'll devastate her life for the rest of her life so she's working and paying me. People, I deserve my money back. I deserve my rights and I deserve to be left alone. And until this woman leaves me alone, people, is up. I'm gonna file lawsuits. I'm gonna exercise the order. People, she's gonna stop. This is a complete
Right.
lie.
So not only did
This video is a complete lie, people. She's not being sued for child support. As you see, she's being sued for stalking me. And that's just it. So, audience, on behalf of justice and the mission to empower others, man, I wish my situation could end. God, I wish it is. But I do have an attorney for the kitty case. Who is saying this? Yes, she is. Not really. A lot of times I don't read comments. What's up, Ileana? I really don't be reading my comments. Not a lot, but yeah, she's lying, and I can't really get her to stop doing this until I find a way to get law enforcement to take accountable. But I can sue in civil court, hopefully win some of my money back, get some civil injunctions against her and her mother, and people, hopefully it's enough to stop this girl. God damn, I wish I never met this woman, people. I wish I'd never met this girl. This girl is the worst thing that happened to me since the day I found my mother dead on the floor 5 years ago. I swear to you, people. I swear to you, I really believe that Satan sent this girl in my life the day I buried my mother to make me pay for not being the son I should have been. Now, I think I've paid enough. I think that this girl needs to be stopped so I can go on with my fucking life and just be happy for once, people. I truly think Francyna Evins needs to be stopped. And I'm just asking people to look at the facts in front of you and the evidence. I actually do have an attorney, Madeline. I've been had an attorney for my Diddy case. No, no probation officer interviewed me either. There, I answered your two questions. No probation officer, and I do have an attorney for the Diddy case. I do not represent myself anymore. Yes, people, on behalf of justice, we have to go with this 40 minutes.